Roger G then skated his ass on to hell. Mm-hmm. And if you don't know who he is a detective from Kansas that absolutely made waves in the 80s and in the 90s, and how this man was still able to do anything with law shows us that this country, and protecting police and all the things, because you had someone who absolutely abused his authority, absolutely abused his position. Um, he framed a teen in 94, and I remember this. And it was Lamont McIntyre who spent 23 years behind bars for a double unaliving that he did not commit. Now, they did settle with him for a little over $12 million. However, 23 years. There's no amount of money that, can equate to the years that that man lost. And he was still allowed to go on and be, some part of, police and police capacity and all the things. Because they were like, oh, well, they settled, so there was no, admission of guilt or anything of that nature. Why are we allowing these officers, these people who want to play cops and robbers out here, go and damn near bankrupt cities and cause taxpayers, millions, because you can't operate on the right side of the law? Now, if you know, he was found unalived and sent himself on to the Earth's crust. This here recently, and they are saying, well, he's maintained his innocence throughout all of this, so that shouldn't be an admission of guilt. Clearly he had no remorse, because again, he maintained his innocence throughout all this. He had no remorse for the people that he harmed, that he hurt. But then in the same breath, they were like, well, we hope that, the victims of the situation can now, go on their process of healing and all the things. If he had no guilt, and then you all are like, this is not an admission of guilt, what y'all want them people to do? What you want them people to do? Because y'all should have had his ass in jail, and he should not have been able to be anywhere near the comfort of his home or, firearms. Again, he was on trial. Y'all getting ready to do jury selections and things. And the only reason y'all knew that he was because he didn't show up. Why was his house not swept and he had no weapons? Like, make this shit make sense. And then you want these people, see, this is how innocent people get in trouble, because again, and the fact that, like I said, like I literally don't understand. This man had allegations all the way back to the 80s from, harming women and victims of, terrible situations. And again, like I said, he was still allowed to be a part of the police force in any capacity. That man shouldn't even been nowhere near in the front fucking desk. And they talked about how Jay Z's social justice group, Team Rock, did a full page ad, and they literally stated what it just could be summed up as one of the worst examples of abuse of power in U.S. history. Because, like I said, since the 80s, we are now in 2024, and that man has been a menace since the 80s. And he also, if he wasn't harming women and young girls, it was this teenager that he framed for a double unaliving for 23 years. And again, this man was still allowed to be at home and do all the things while, these victims are out here trying to heal. And now they will never, see true justice, because he got to take the easy way out, because we failed them as a country and as a judicial system yet again.